Hello friends and welcome to Luxury-Laxmi Astrology channel, and today we have a very important video regarding the wealth. So in this video we will going to cover about the wealth of a native in by his birth chart, about the wealth in astrology, and we will also cover about the sources of income. So we will also see a chart to show you the live example of what are the combinations for wealth in a chart and what are the time, and we will also take a celebrity chart to show you when he got the lot of wealth. So in astrology we can see there are two types of wealth, and in this video we are going to cover wealth and means of livelihood or sustenance, or we can say we are going to cover sources of income. What are the sources of income? How to identify sources of income from a birth chart or a kundali. So we have already said that there are two types of wealth. One wealth is from the bhagya bhava or related bhava, and the other type of wealth is from the karma bhava. So we are in this video will cover the karma bhava mainly, but we will start with the introduction of both the types of wealth. So let's start with a quote of Mark Twain, that he said, "Some men worship rank, some worship heroes, some worship power, some worship God, and over these ideals they dispute and cannot unite." Everyone have different views to live his life, but in all these ways they have disputes. But all worship money, and in the case of money, everyone unite, means everyone respects money without any doubt. So as we said, there are two types of wealth. So let's see. The bhava one is also the house number one that we call bhava one is social personality, rank and attribute at birth. This is the bhava one type of wealth. In bhava one wealth, this is the bhava one. In this house one, the wealth is simple wealth, that is by the social personality of a person when he becomes young, and also the attribution at birth. So that we can say, like someone we say born with a silver spoon. So that type of wealth is from the bhava 1. Next we have bhava 2, the dhana bhava. This is the acquired wealth or family wealth. Second house belongs to family, so this is the natural second house wealth. Next is the bhava 5, that is the type of wealth that is related to gambling or something related to speculation or lottery or luck. Creativity also is there, so bhava 5 is also a wealth house. Next is the bhava 9, that is the bhagya and the most powerful bhava for wealth, and its wisdom, temple, network, fortune in all things. So as we said, the most powerful is the bhava 9. And bhava 11 is the gain of income from association in the market, like working in a marketing environment. So that type of wealth, that we can also consider bhava 11 as a salaried wealth or any type of wealth. But our focus is on the second part, the bhava 10, that we have written at the last. The bhava 10, the karma bhava. 10th house from lagna or moon bestows means of livelihood or sustenance. So 10th house is not a bhagya house, it is a karma house, karma bhava. So it's the work house. So how we can identify the sources of income from bhava 10? So let us clear the sources of a person's wealth and the profession to be followed for the sake of a livelihood. So that is the bhava 10. What a person do for livelihood, for living, for a living, that type of wealth can be identified from the bhava 10. A clue to determine the ways by which a person acquires wealth. If planet occupies the 10th place reckoned from the lagna or the moon, so if there are planets in the 10th house, so that is good for the karma bhava to get the wealth. And here we have a chart. You can see in this chart we have two planets in the 10th house. One is Rahu, other is Sun. And however we have also a chart, there is no planet in the 10th house from lagna, and from moon also there is no planet. And similarly in this chart we see that there are two planets from lagna in the 10th house, and from moon, this is moon, and we can see from moon also there are one planet, that is Mars, here in the 10th house. If we also consider Sun, then we can see in this chart there is no planet from the Sun in the 10th house, and we can also see this chart also. Here is the Sun, and there is a planet Saturn in the 10th house. So this is an example chart, and this is a celebrity chart, and we will see what are the sources of income. So let us come back to our slide. So if planet occupied the 10th place vacant from lagna or moon, you can also include sun. Then if there is no planet in the 10th house from lagna or chandra, then what to do? If a person do not have the planet in the 10th house from lagna or the chandra or the sun, then we can conclude here, if there is no planet in the 10th house, find out in what navmasa he is. Ruler of that navmasa will influence the profession. So that's very important to know, that if even though a person do not have any planet in the 10th house, then also there are chances. And how there are chances, we can see the ruler of that navmasa will influence the profession. So 10th lord, wherever 10th lord is in the navmasa, that will influence the profession for that native. So here we can see the 10th house lord is Venus, and Venus is in the navmasa of sun. So sun will influence this person's wealth. This is the Venus, as we have said. If there is no find out in which navmasa he is the lord of the 10th house, and that navmasa lord will be the influencer for the wealth of that native chart. So as we have seen, here is the 10th lord is Venus, he is in the navmasa of sun, so sun dasa will be good for him. So money flows by the planet in their dasas and antardasas. So one and most important thing is the dasa. So when that planet dasa will be there, then money will definitely flow. So one thing is very important here is the dasa of the planet, and secondly also the planet in the 10th house. If there is no planet in the 10th house from lagna or moon or the sun, then there is no need to worry. There will be the flow of income from the lord of the 10th house in whatever navmasa he sits. So that the ruler of that navmasa of the 10th lord will become the navmasa ruler of the 10th lord of a birth chart will become the source of income for the native, that planet, the navmasa lord of the 10th lord in the birth chart. In addition, some people have more lucky, because in some cases, if there is no there are planet as well as if there are no planet, if there are planet also, then in that case also we can consider the 10th lord and its placement in navmasa to identify the sources of income. So people who have planet as well have the rulership. Everyone have the rulership of the 10th lord in navmasa, but if the people who have planet as well as the rulership, so that will get double wealth. So that things to be noted. Suppose the lord of 10th place vacant from lagna, the sun and the moon are Saturn and Venus respectively, and Saturn and Venus are in Dhanu navmasa and Sim navmasa respectively. The lord of these are Jupiter and sun. So sun and Jupiter dasa will be good for that native for earning of wealth or sources of income. Every one of these should be considered for determining the sources of the native. So as I said, if you have planet and also the lord of the navmasa of the 10th house in the navmasa will also identify the sources of income. So why we have said the sources of income in during the dasas of these planets that are in the 10th house, dasa or antardasa, we can say dasa or bhukti, or we can say period and sub period, that planet will bestow the wealth to the native. So we have this chart and we have discussed our main points, and we have a chart here, and we can see here also that the 10th lord is Venus. He is in the navmasa of sun. So it is Venus in the navmasa of sun. So during the dasa of sun, this person, this native will get wealth. In addition, if we see from the moon, so you can see from moon the 10th house becomes Gemini. Mercury is the ruler of 10th house from moon, and there is not no planet here but Mercury. Let us see Mercury in navmasa, it is in the sign of Cancer. So moon also becomes very good for this native. So the stars of sun and moon will bestow wealth to this person. Now we go to a celebrity chart. This is the chart of Donald Trump, US President, a celebrity, and we will see, we know that he is a millionaire, and we can see that by his dasas are there, and it is his birth chart. This is the main chart, D1 chart, and it is his D9 chart, and we can see from these two charts that when he earned a lot of wealth. So we can see from here that he have two planets, Rahu and Saturn, in the 10th house. Rahu and Sun in the 10th house from Lagna, and from Moon we have Mars in the 10th house. Now also the 10th lord is Venus, and Venus is in the navmasa of Moon. So Moon will be also very good for his wealth. And in addition we can see that the 10th from Moon is Sun, and Sun is in the navmasa of Mercury. So Mercury is also good for his wealth. So we can see in Sun Dasa, Sun is already in the 10th house. He started in his birth chart from 1975, and in 1974 Donald Trump became president of his father's organization. So as the Sun Dasa started from 1975 to 1980, he got lot of wealth by becoming the president of his father's organization. It was his Sun Dasa, and Sun is in the 10th house that bestows wealth to the native. So for these 5 years he has lot of wealth. Now we can see that he started Moon Dasa in the year 1981, and in 1980 he established the Trump organization to overcome all his real estate operations. So Moon is also here. We can see Moon in the sign of Moon. This Sun is sitting, and Moon Dasa was also very good for him. Here it is. We have the 10th Lord Venus in the sign of Moon. So Moon Dasa also very good for him. Now we can see Jupiter is retrograde in the 2nd house. So it's retrograde Jupiter. So it's also have effect on the 1st house, that is the 10th from Moon. So he became president of the United States in 2016, and his Jupiter Dasa started in 2016. So we have seen here that how the planets are the ruler of the 10th house from Lagna or Moon or the Sun bestows the sources of income to the native. And there are many more things related to that we shall cover in the coming video. For now we have covered these two charts, and we have explained you how to compute the wealth sources for a person. And for your chart you can contact me through Fever or other details that have email details and the PayPal details and all those details, and you can identify about yourself and find when you will have good planet Dasa, main period or Antar Dasa to get lot of wealth or get new sources of income. Remember, this video was for the sources of income, not for the lucky wealth that from the speculation or luck from father or mother. That this video was for your creativity and what are your karma in this life to get the wealth. So hope you have enjoyed this video, and you can post your information, and you can contact through the information that is flashing on the screen. And thank you for watching. Bye.